All right, the last section of 7.4 says the proportional parts of parallel lines. And what this is talking about is if you have 3 or more parallel lines, so you could have 3, 4, 5, 12, 15, has to be more than 3 though. If they intersect 2 transversals, then they cut the transversals proportionally. So if I have AE and BF are parallel and CG is also parallel, then we can say that AB, this segment right here, over BC, so you can treat these as like small little triangle segments, BC is proportional to EF over FG. Now, do these form actual triangles? No, but this is what our rule states. So we're going to treat it like these transversals are eventually going to run into each other and potentially form triangle. Like some of our examples might have transversals that do intersect and basically form triangles with our parallel lines. So just remember, left side and right side is going to have pieces that line up to each other. And so the top piece on the left side needs to line up with the top piece on the right side and both stay on top, whereas the bottom pieces need to both stay on bottom. It's kind of weird. So let's look at an example with this. So for the diagram below, I have to label some pieces of information we have. So A is 3, so I have a 3 right here. B is 8, and C is 5. D, I don't know what it is. I'm going to leave it as D. That's a totally acceptable variable to use, so we'll just leave it as D. So if we look at what was explained in our previous example, I have 2 transversals. I have transversal T and transversal S. So I'm going to have pieces from each transversal that correspond to each other. So I have A and C, and then we have B and D. So when I set this up, I want to make sure the same color stays on top. So A goes on top, and underneath that is going to go the purple section directly below it, which would be B. And then we have C over D. Now I'm going to go through and replace this with the numbers that were provided for us. A is equal to 3, B is equal to 8, C is equal to 5, and D is just going to hang out at D because it doesn't have a number yet. And then, of course, we are going to cross multiply. These shouldn't be too bad in order to cross multiply. 5 times 8 is 40 equals 3D. We're going to divide by 3, and D is going to be 40 over 3, which we can reduce or simplify to, let's see, 39, 13 and 1/3, which if I asked you to round this to the nearest tenth, that would be 13.3. Let's look at another example. So again, remember, these are marking your parallels. So the other lines involved are your transversals. So we have 3 on top and 4 on top. And I'm just going to keep it with the same colors. X on the bottom and X plus 4 on the bottom. So we've got 3 and 4 on top, X on the bottom, and X plus 4. And we are again just going to cross multiply. That gives us 4x is equal to 3 times x plus 4. We're going to distribute, and you get 3x plus 12. Subtract that 3x over, and you just get x equals 12.